Well, that's a pretty hard, radical stance, sir. You're being a little coy.
There is no such thing as Palestine.
Says who?
The Romans created that name.
Is there such thing as
2,000 years
America?
ago.
Is America like a Santa Claus story that
There is
weird
no
people
Palestine.
believe in? There's no America, bro.
A reporter from the Palestine News Network stops and asks this man what his stance is on Israel-Palestine. You want to see what happens from here? Stick around, watch the whole video. Let's talk about it after.
So I'm with the Palestine News Network. May we ask you your stance on Palestine?
What?
May we ask you your stance on Palestine?
What about where's
Do you have a
where's
stance?
Palestine?
I don't know. Do you know?
No, doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist?
No.
Well, that's a pretty hard, radical stance, sir. You're being a little coy.
There is
You're
no
a
such
clever
thing as
guy.
Palestine.
Says who?
The Romans created that name.
Is there such thing as
2,000 years
America?
ago.
Is America like a Santa Claus story that
There is
weird
no
people
Palestine.
believe in? There's no America, bro. You do know that, right? You know America's like Santa Claus.
There's
It's a
Judea
made-up
and
story.
Samaria.
You know America's a made-up like fantasy tale.
There's
like
Judea and Samaria, which the Jews have been there for 3,000 years.
So where did the Palestinians come from? They don't exist though, but where did they come
The
from? They
people
don't
who
exist,
are
but where did they come from?
occupying what they call Palestine are interlopers.
Where did they come from?
Who the fuck knows? They were probably Berbers
Berbers. Where are the Berbers from? North Africa?
from the desert.
So should they go
Just
kick
like the
out?
Arabs.
So they should go kick out the
Where do you
Arabs that
think
are
the
there.
Arabs came from? The desert.
The desert?
Absolutely.
So should they go back to the desert?
That's fairly new too, Arabs.
So Arabs are new, okay. Newer than Americans?
Saudi Arabia is Arabs. Other than that, there are no Arabs.
So there's no such thing as Arabs.
Yes, there is. In Saudi Arabia.
So Saudi Arabians. Okay.
Otherwise, no.
Otherwise, no, okay.
People may call themselves Arabs, but they're not.
So would you like to go to Gaza and
You have
explain
to
the
study.
people there?
You have to study derivations of people and where they come from.
Okay. I'm going to study. Would you like to go give this lesson
I
to
have
the people in
recently
Gaza?
studied that, and it's there's 10 different.
But you are recording him without asking him if he
This is a
wants
public
to.
space. He's more than free to walk away, but the police have assured me that I'm
No,
within
he's
my
a
rights.
pro-Palestinian guy. It's all right.
That's okay.
No, he gave me. He spoke his mind. Most people don't speak their mind.
Where are
so
you from?
I'm from Palestine, but I'm from America.
But
But I'm from Germany.
Palestinian, what Palestinian? I am Israeli.
Okay.
And I have Palestinian friend. Please do not make my face on the thing.
Okay, I
because
won't.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
want
This
to
is.
be-
We'll just get your voice then. Okay. You
Yeah.
got your voice.
And I do have Palestinian friend. They do not agree with what happened
But he
because
said. But
they
he said
didn't.
Palestine doesn't exist. So how can you have
They
a Palestine
didn't.
friend but they don't exist?
Well, you have to say that to the U.S. and the British government.
Okay,
You
so
have to tell them.
she's a little wiser than you, sir. I don't know if you guys are together or not. But
I mean, who controlled from let's say
they-
until after World War I? The British got the mandate,
The Brits?
1917.
they kicked out my great grandpa, by the way,
The Brits?
who was the mayor of Bethlehem.
Okay.
Esau Ben.
You mean
In
the-
your
And now the
research, you should
Bethlehem
Google
won't
him.
allow Christians in Bethlehem.
Well, my family is Christian in Bethlehem, so that's not correct. If you go to Bethlehem, we'll show
You
you a
can't
great
go to
time.
Bethlehem unless you're a Muslim.
That's not true because my family's been in
No,
Bethlehem
no,
for
they don't like.
thousands
They
of
don't like.
years.
No, it's
You
just
want me to? I'm
reported.
gonna FaceTime. When we
They
get
don't
off
like
the phone, I'm gonna
Christians in
I just got
Bethlehem.
off FaceTime from Bethlehem.
Come
you want
on,
me to
they're
FaceTime
prejudiced.
you? Okay, we're gonna end this for a FaceTime, okay?
So the reality is that I can't go to Bethlehem because I'm a Jew. So I just find that to be pretty telling when people claim Israel to be an apartheid state. Palestine, the name, this is where people will claim that you're anti-Palestinian or that you're Islamophobic when you ask somebody, what is your stance on Palestine? And if somebody says Palestine doesn't exist, it's not because they're anti-Palestinian. This guy definitely has friends that are Muslim. I have friends that are Muslim. But to speak objectively and just to talk about facts, this has nothing to do with my stance on Israel-Palestine and shouldn't have anything to do with yours. You have to agree on facts. You're entitled to your own opinion. You're not entitled to your own facts. Palestine was never a sovereign nation state. There was never a place called Palestine, an independent country called Palestine. It was imposed by colonizers. And as he said in the video, the Romans did create a place called Syria Palestina because they too also wanted to erase the Jewish people off of the face of the earth. It failed, but they attempted to do so. There's never been a Palestinian currency. There's never been a Palestinian passport. You can't even name me one Palestinian king, even if you went to Google. And I just think it's fascinating because many Arab leaders along the way have also denied its existence. That's the thing. The thing about it is when people internally inside of your own brotherhood deny the existence in the first place, I also find that very telling when other people are trying to also not claim their Palestinian identity because they see how radical the ideology has gone. The point is the land has always belonged to Jewish people. The land's always belonged to Jewish people. A lot of people have trouble with that. And so therefore, throughout history, people have tried to throw in their own narrative that it isn't the Jews' land. And right now, it's very popular. It's very popular to be against Jewish people. It's very popular to be against Israel. So when you see other things in the world going wrong, and you have this underlying sort of issue that has been so popular in the media, in the news, in the streets, that it's Israel that is oppressing people, that it's Israel that is a colonizer, that it's Jews who run the world. It's very easy to scapegoat towards the Jews for them also being the problem for all the other issues going on. And you see this happening. We saw this when Charlie Kirk spoke to that really, really radical anti-Jewish student. I don't even know if he was a student, he was just a guy. I put a video up about it yesterday or the day before. And at the end of the video, Charlie Kirk was just like, listen, man, I just have one other question for you. Have the Jews done anything good for the world? And he said, no. It's like, that means that every single time there's a problem in the world, it's so easy just to reach into your pocket and just take out the Jew card and pull it whenever you want to because it's convenient, and especially because it's very popular right now. And I think that does pretty much all the explaining that you need. Thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you next time. If you want to continue the conversation, you can support my work for free. Discord does not cost a thing. It is the best way to connect with me and others who are seeking the truth. The link is in the description. But if you want to take it one step further, my Patreon gives you access to the Israel you don't see, uncovering the untold stories of what mainstream media does not show you. The link is in the description and it helps me to continue this work. Or if you're just looking to help this thing go, PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee is a really easy way to support me. This channel, this work does not happen without all of you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.